What's going on, everyone? Corey here with the Xbox Tavern with another review. Today I'm taking a look at Sledders. This is a snowmobile game. They classify it as a snowmobile simulator or simulation game, and that's pretty accurate. This game is a game where you make your own fun. You are given a variety of snowmobiles to pick from, which you can change out at any time. You are given a handful of different maps that vary in terms of how open they are, how much snow and hills you're going to run into, and how many trees are there, things like that. And then you are just left to your own devices to make the game whatever you want it to be. Now, what quickly came to my realization is not only have I never been on a snowmobile, I don't guess I ever thought about the physics of a snowmobile on snow, and you kind of do get that feeling when you play this. There is fresh powder that you are going to be riding in. It's going to be really hard to get through, and if there is any kind of incline and you don't have any kind of momentum, you're probably not going to go anywhere. There are areas where there's clearly a packed snow road. Those seem like ice physics, and you fly on those parts. Any wrong movement will send your player flying, and you have to dig yourself out and get back on your snowmobile in a very close proximity to wherever you fell. Now, as you're riding through the map, which again is just nothing on it, it's just the map, you can create spawn points, which is good. It's kind of clever in that you have to explore and get to a point in order to make it a spawn point. It does force you to kind of get out there and do that. And the really cool thing is those spawn points are persistent. They never go away. You can close your game, you can come back in, and you can spawn at them next time you're in that map. So that's pretty cool. So if you find a cool jump, make a spawn point, and you'll always be able to get back to it very quickly. This is where I found at least the most of my enjoyment for the game, because again, there are no objectives, was using the achievements as my goals and trying to like land backflips and front flips and whatnot. Now, they are a little buggy, and those achievements may or may not unlock. Some that I have definitely completed have not unlocked as of yet. But most of my time was finding those spots and then attempting these quote-unquote tricks over and over and over again. I enjoyed that for a little while, but that does quickly run its course. Now, the game does have multiplayer, so that's cool. You can join and host your own sessions, but again, it's kind of the same thing. You're on a mountain with other snowboarders, snowmobilers, I guess, and you have to make your own fun. You have to set your own spawn points and things like that. So it's like you can't do anything that's like preset, like make a race or make a jump contest, without just talking it out with the other people and coming to a agreed upon solution or rule set and kind of going from there. So it's very bare bones as far as a game is concerned. And I think that's where most of my frustration with this game is. I love the way it looks. I don't love the way it handles, but if it's going off of being a simulation type game, I will give it the fact that it acts more simulation, more real to life, what I think real to life would be, rather than arcadiness. Think of like the session skateboarding game compared to Tony Hawk, where you just kind of go, or where you have to control, both of your feet. This is kind of like that. Like, there's not a lot to controlling the snowmobile, but there's a lot of nuance in it as far as how quick you're going, how much throttle you give it. You can lean left and right. There's special turning that you can implement if you know how that works. So it is more simulation, so I will let that slide. But for the fact that there is nothing given to you to do and you have to make up your own fun, that kind of really knocks it down a few pegs for me. It was fun for a while, but again, that quickly wears off if you especially are by yourself. Now, if you had a group of friends, this is probably a little better, but until they have some better stuff baked into the game, I think that even that would lose its fun pretty quickly. You would move on sort of fast. Now, this game has been in early access for a while on PC, and with this console release, it is the version 1.0, so there seems to be talks of them adding more stuff to the game as they have been through early access, so we will wait and see. This review is as of day one, pretty much, with the day one patch. which I think made it a little better. But as is today, this game looks great, but I think it lacks on its execution in terms of variety that it brings you. Bare bones, make your own fun. I've said it way too many times already. That's kind of what you're getting with Sledders. So I hope that's enough to make your own informed decision. Be sure to go to xboxtavern.com to check out my final score for the game, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.